Hello folks, Hatman Sean here. It's my video response to Zed Outdoors 3 Lessons in Life video. I'm not qualified to give 3 lessons in life, but various points in my life I've had things that I've tried to hold on to think about when making decisions around my life. Just to expand upon that very slightly before I go into anything else, my life doesn't consist of just me. I'm married with 4 children, so my life consists of the 6 of us. There's periods during that it is just me. There's periods during that where it's just my wife that I think about, or just 1 or 2 of my children. But yeah, kind of when I say my life, it's a bigger picture than just one person. I suppose the one that I've always gone back to as far as thinking about goes back to when I first started teaching Kung Fu. And my instructor kind of passed on to me to always teach people to be a better martial artist than yourself. Always teach them to be better than you are now, and try to teach them to be better than you can be. I've held on to that throughout forever since, so 20 plus years now. Really important. I think when I was doing the teaching, probably taught about 15 people. 3 of those have gone on to be better than I was at that point. Some of them I haven't seen, 2 of them I haven't seen for a long time, but the last time I saw them, yeah, they were definitely better than I was. And that's quite an achievement, really. That's quite a thing to hold on to. Yeah, so always teach people to be better than you. If you're within that role and able to do that. The next one is something else that I try and hold on to. And it's, again, like I say, thanks to Zed for this, actually, because it kind of forced my hand and made me think of this one again. It's been out of my thinking for a while. But if you want to be creative, just be creative. Do it. Stop thinking about doing it. Because I've been thinking about this video or making something where I had a chance to speak about this for a while. I put it off. So thanks, Zed, because you doing that has made me put this one out there. About 5 years ago, I realised that I hadn't done anything creative for some time. I used to draw, used to paint, used to write, take photographs and edit them and all sorts of things. And I realised I hadn't. At the time, mobile phones were getting better with the cameras, 3-5 megapixel cameras, and Facebook was taking off, getting more popular. So I started Mobile Photo of the Week, and 4 or 5 of us were quite regularly posting on there just photos that we had a heading for that week, so magical, and you had to take a photo of something that was potentially magical. And it kind of got me passionate about it for some time. Anyone that would listen, I'd speak to them about this. That then took my brother on to thinking about, if you want to be creative, and he started a band with some friends of his. Again, it's something that he'd been putting off doing for some time. So I think that's something that's really important to hold in mind. And like I say, thanks Ed, because quite often you need someone to actually say and to point out that you're missing something. Before I go on to my final one, which is a relatively recent one for me, I wanted to touch upon the other 2 video responses that are out from Zed's thing. I can't remember the guy's name, so really sorry about that. But the first guy was on a bridge, so just to kind of recognise who he is, and he said that my original take on what he said was about feeling down and feeling depressed, and always putting a positive spin on life. And my original thought on that is, when you are down and depressed, it's virtually impossible to do. Quite often you don't even realise when you're down and depressed that you're down and depressed. Just everything's a bit shit. So I watched it again. And I'm glad I did, because I took a very different meaning from it. And I think this is kind of what I'd missed on the first time of watching it. It's not always put it on there. It's always try to put it on there. If you try to put a positive spin onto things. So, for instance, he mentioned about going outside or looking out the window and it's raining. It's a bit crap. But actually, no, it's quite good, actually. It does the world good for it to rain. If you're able to do that, just a tiny, tiny little bit, then next time you might be able to do it a bit easier. And over time, and it will take time, these things get easier and easier. So yeah, definitely, very nice point. The other one was the other fella, again, can't remember his name, he had his daughter with him, and he spoke about smiling, and the way that makes something that he likes to do. It helps him. And I do something quite similar, I realised, because when I drive my car and I see someone, give them a thumbs up and a smile, to kind of, instead of putting my hand up to say thanks or whatever, I give them a thumbs up and a smile. And it just lifts people a little bit. You see it quite regularly. They get lifted a little bit and they smile back. And their day's been improved by that. Recently, and this is now going on to the other thought that I try and hold in mind. I dropped my wife off at work. I'm walking home. I walked down an alleyway, which is one that I don't normally take. It's actually slightly out of my way, but I'd never been down there. I thought I'd walk down there, and I'm really pleased that I did, because walking down this alleyway, it was lush, it was green, there was flowers everywhere, there was a big mural on the wall. When I walked back to pick my wife back up later, and I was driving her home, because I'd picked the car up, I'd left it where she was working, and so I was driving her home, and I pointed out this alleyway and spoke to her about it, and it really got me thinking, because my life was better for me having done that. So it got me thinking about, does this make my life better? So for instance, giving someone a thumbs up, it does actually, because when you see that response from someone else, not only is their life been made a little bit better, but my life has as well, because it lifts you as well. I think something to hold on to there though is, don't be frightened to say, no, actually it doesn't make my life better. Grill steaks. 20 years ago we used to buy those as a treat. Then we stopped buying them. Anyway, recently we bought some and had them the other day, and they were wretched. It's the most horrible thing I've eaten for a long time. And so, is that making my life better by me buying those? It was convenient, sure, but is it better? No, it's not. It was horrible. If I want convenience food, I'll go and buy something different instead. That may make my life better. Because there is convenience foods that are still tasty. So, yeah, don't be frightened to say, no, that's not making my life better. But hold it in mind. walking along the road the other day, had my hands full of shopping, stopped, I put the shopping down, I stroked a cat. The cat lifted its head and it purred. I was so happy and content. So my life and that cat's life was improved by that 5 seconds, 10 seconds of life. That's a great thought to hold on to. Yeah, so I suppose that's my kind of three thoughts that I try and hold on to. I try and hold on to more than three, but I'm a pretty forgetful guy. So always try to teach people, or to always try to be better than you are. It's not going to work, but if you try, it'll work sometimes. If you want to be creative, go and do it. Be creative. Get out there and be creative. It's whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. It's an activity for you to do. If you want to do it, just do it. And ask yourself, does this make my life better? Most of the time, the answer's yes, especially if it's something you enjoy. Anyway, thanks for putting this out as a video response, Zed, or a video, Zed, because that's got me thinking and got me replying to you, so thank you for that. That man Sean's out of here.